Chairperson, Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. the Honorable Christopher Tufton. Chief Nursing Officer in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Mrs. Patricia Ingram Martin. President of the Nurses Association of Jamaica, Mrs. Patsy Edwards Henry. Keynote Speaker, Assistant Vice President, Group Marketing Secretary Group, Mrs. Alicia White. Reverend Dennis Thomas. Members of the nursing fraternity and the media. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is with a heart of thanksgiving and sheer joy that I greet you all this morning after a year that can only be summed up in the words of Charles Dickens in his novel, A Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief, it was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light, it was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. Charles Dickens was describing London and Paris then, in the second half of the 18th century, during the French Revolution. But he could easily have been describing the past year and a half for the entire world, not just two cities. The COVID pandemic, like a cancer, has spread its tentacles into every nook and cranny of the earth, creating the best of times and the worst of times. Therefore, this is not just another launch of Nurses Week, when we reel off platitudes and compliments to our nurses. Now, the rubber has hit the road, and our nurses have been among the warriors of the front line of a battle as none other. Over 3.2 million lives lost in this invisible war, the COVID-19 pandemic. No guns nor bombers, no fighter jets, only nurses and doctors, warriors on the battlefield in our hospital, battling an invisible enemy, the COVID-19 virus. And yet, in spite of all that seems like the worst of times, we are this morning celebrating the resilience of the human spirit to conquer as never before. The best of times allows me to share with you virtually while maintaining LASCO's long-standing, unbreakable bond with the nursing fraternity. I regret I cannot be with you in person as I have done over the years for your activities. I am so sorry that I cannot be there to cut the cake with you as we do every year. I certainly miss that. Be assured I am there with you this morning in heart and spirit. I am confident that we will return to celebrating together face to face. We must and we will, and what a rejoicing that will be when we meet face to face. Technology has made us one village to fight one common enemy, COVID-19. It has forced us to think out of the box, and right here in Jamaica, we have done just that. We are stretching the boundaries of technology to adjust to the new normal, and indeed my virtual presence with you this morning reminds us that we can overcome and will emerge stronger and more resilient. In less than a year, we have not one vaccine, but several, and the race among nations to produce vaccines continues. Minister Tufton and President Edwards Henry I must pause here to join in the chorus of commendations for the entire health sector under your combined leadership in the best of times and in the worst of times. The events of the past 5 years, from dengue to chikungunya to JICV and now COVID-19, underscore the centrality of your contribution to the health and wealth of our nation. The health and wellness boat has been rocked and the storms have raged, but the health team has soldiered on valiantly in this war. We have experienced some dark moments that drew media attention to the many platforms available to all. But the period has also seen many outstanding moments that we can be proud of. It is not over. COVID still a keep. We must now build on the lessons learned from the information sharing updates, containment strategies, and the efficient rollout of the vaccination blitz. The challenge now is to maintain these successes and even exceed expectations. The second phase is upon us to get our people vaccinated and create herd immunity. As always, you can be assured of the support of the management and staff of the LASCO affiliated companies for this effort. I must recognize our police officers and teachers who also in the front line of this battle along with our nurses. I salute those former awardees of the LASCO annual Police Officer, Teacher, and Nurse of the Year Awards program who are sharing in this launch this morning. I never tire of reaffirming your indisputable role as the backbone of the health and wealth of our beloved nation. The impact of COVID-19 may separate us physically now, but will not do so forever. We will return to sharing and celebrating face to face. The strong bonds forced from our common goals will make us stronger for the new normal that will emerge. In closing, I urge you members of the nursing fraternity to hold fast to your mantra for the past 5 years in support of the United Nations goal for a sustainable future for mankind. Nurses, a voice to lead. You are the vanguard to lead this journey. You have the hands that turn care into action, the touch that turns compassion into comfort, and smiles that turn love into healing. Every day as you celebrate in the week ahead, you soldier on. You will touch a life, or a life will touch yours. On behalf of the LASCO affiliated companies, I again thank you for your service and implore you to soldier on in this invisible war as you serve our people. You are indeed your theme, the voice to lead, a vision for future healthcare. Keep safe, enjoy the cake. We will celebrate together in person soon. And may God bless you and your families. You have the hands that turn care into action, the touch that turns compassion into comfort, and smiles that turn love into healing. Every day as you celebrate in the week ahead and soldier on, you will touch a life, or a life will touch yours. On behalf of the LASCO affiliated companies, I again thank you for your service and implore you to soldier on in this invisible war that you serve our people. You are indeed your theme, the voice to lead, a vision for future healthcare. Keep safe, enjoy the cake. We will celebrate together in person soon, and may God bless you and your families.